beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me. So today we're going to be doing something different. We are diving in and we are getting some inner guidance. I have not prepared with anything, no meditations, no crystals, nothing. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be meditating on camera and seeing whatever wants to come through. I have an ideal for a timeline for this video. So hopefully, like, the message, you know, I'm just going to pick up whatever is immediate, whatever wants to show up. It's been a minute since I meditated on camera. I would do it off camera just to save time. So we're going to do a meditation. We're going to pull some tarot, and then I have 4 oracle card decks here. And then we have the astro dice. We'll go for it. We may or may not go for it depending on, you know, whatever it is I'm feeling and I'm picking up. So some updates on my other channel. I uploaded the part 1 moon series. So the part 1, we're focusing on cosmology, symbology, as well as mythology. So if you are interested in understanding the meaning of moon in your chart, go ahead and check that out. We go over some thorough notes. It is a long video, so you can break it up if you want to. But I like to make those videos because I like to use them as references, as opposed to learning from books. I actually like learning from researching, getting information, tuning in with my intuition, and then I like learning from rewatching the videos and just kind of picking up that knowledge again. And I find that that's what works for me. Also, just be aware of any shorts that I upload. I should have some more coming in this month, ideally. And then Moon Part 2 series, Moon Part 2 to the Moon series will be coming out as well. So that's going to be Moon through the zodiac signs, and I'm sure you guys are excited about that because we all want to know, well, what does this really mean in my zodiac sign? And I never get enough of learning that kind of information, and I hope you don't either. So go ahead and check that out on the other channel. Some quick updates in my life. I'm finally settled in a space. So I find that when I'm settled in a physical space, my mind is more settled. So it helps a lot. But there's still a lot of work to do in this new space to get it set up and whatnot. And that's mainly what I'm focusing on, and just learning how to acclimate to my current routine. That's what's going on. Anyways, I hope things are going great. In this reading, we're going to be bringing through and pulling through some wisdom. And I think there's going to be some storytelling. I'm picking up some storytelling that might want to come through. Things I've gone through, experiences I've had, and I'd love to share that with you guys and get that deeper inner guidance that really wants to come through for you. Yeah, so right as soon as I started recording, hear a rumbling of something going on out there. I'm not really sure, but hopefully it's not too loud. Let's just go ahead and dive into the meditation, and then you can go ahead and pick group 1, 2, or 3, whatever you're feeling. I might have something up by the time I upload this so that you guys can tune into whatever those images are, or something, or a number. You can pick that group, and then we'll get into your reading. Let's start the meditation. And here is your singing bow. Hey, group number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just go ahead and get into your meditation and see whatever wants to come through. Okay. I'm trying to decipher this. Okay, I was kind of getting, it felt like I don't know if it was a boat, but it felt like direction, something about direction. And it was, there is an emphasis on direction. There is emphasis on the movement. It felt like the like something was pointing, trying to find the direction, but it didn't feel confused. It felt quite clear, strong. It was big. It felt like a boat or I don't know if you want to call it a yacht or a ship. So it felt like a very clear sense of direction as far as where your ship is going. And it felt like it was sort of feeling out the energy, but this boat felt quite decisive as far as what it wanted. And I think that's probably the first piece of guidance that Source wants to give to you, is they just want you to really get confident and trust your sense of direction. It feels quite clear. And it feels like, you know, the direction isn't always going to be north. It's not always going to be north or northeast. It's going to change a little bit. And the movement felt gentle. So it felt like, as far as finding your sense of direction in life or where you're navigating it day by day. But it feels quite strong, because I was getting like ocean, I was getting ship metaphor, and I was getting this movement, and I felt like a shoe. So like the shoe is about moving in a certain direction as well, putting one foot in front of the other. So I think Source just wants you to trust that you know you have a strong sense of direction, and they want you to trust it. And it should feel, there's a confidence about it. There's a wisdom about it. This comes with life experience, things that you've gone through. And there's no urgency about it, but it is moving every day a little bit. And I think they just want you to get more comfortable with what that is. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up. I could meditate more and get some more messages for you, but I'd be here forever because I'd probably get too many. So let's just go ahead and pull some cards for you. Okay. So we got this coming out. We got Six of Cups. Just double check, make sure that's recording. We have Nine of Pentacles. Nice. And I think it's good enough. These cards are big. They take up a lot of space. So we got Six of Cups. We have Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is about having your eye on the prize, is what I'm hearing. Both of these images, they're looking at something in regards to abundance or the nourishment of Mother Earth. So this has to do with your relationship to Mother Earth and feeling confident about it. You know, Nine of Pentacles is about having a strong sense of direction. This is someone who understands what they want out of life. And they're confident that in their ability to achieve it. They're confident in their ability to obtain it. There's no urgency. You know, Six of Cups is very gentle. This is that heartwarming energy of safety and security when you're a kid and you feel free to play. There's no pressure. You know, I feel like this house in the corner here is this house on top of the hill. It's the same thing. Maybe she's the mother to those kids. And those kids feel taken care of by their mother. So Six of Cups is tuning into your emotions, right? Your sense of safety, security. Do you feel good? Do you feel safe? And they're saying that as far as security goes, abundance, financial, physical, it's there. So this is not something for you to worry about. This is a thing where you can trust. You are a divine child. You don't have to see yourself as someone who's like, I need to figure this out. The only thing they want you to be mature in is just your sense of direction, right? Just having an idea of like, this is what I want. These are my goals in life. This is where I'm moving. And it looks like you're moving towards a place of feeling really secure and abundant. This is something they're training into you. But this is beautiful because this feels more solidified here. This feels like you've been establishing it and you've been doing the work. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see what else wants to come through for you. Okay. How to use these cards. These cards contain the knowledge required to tune into your body by locating the chakras, learning about their alignment, and becoming intuitive to any blockages. You can fully tune into your body and mind. Blocked or misaligned chakras can negatively impact your physical and psychological health. Chakras can help you declutter. your mind, and tune into the world around you. Through gentle movement and relaxation techniques, you can help bring your chakras into balance by living more mindfully and using each chakra. You can reduce stress and begin to heal. So yes, this is like kind of retirement energy, but this is about someone who's enjoying the fruits of their labor. They're physically enjoying the fruits of their labor, as opposed to a Nine of Cups, where he feels fulfilled. You know, he's surrounded by the things that bring him comfort, but this is someone who's really enjoying it, they want you to enjoy it more and to relax into it. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I'm seeing that you already have things, you have a circumstance that is supporting you, and they want you to relax into that more. And they also want you to spend more time, perhaps in nature, but spend some time, really invest in relaxation techniques, allowing yourself to calm down. And I always tell people that is the key to manifestation, is just like relaxing. You don't need to focus on goals. You don't need specifics. All you need to do is relax your energy, because the tension is going to create trauma, and it's going to make us want to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed. So just trust in that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move forward and pulling some other cards here. Okay, we have here Star, good fortune. Yeah. So this is definitely about you feeling comfortable in your circumstance, in your situation. When I get ship references, a ship is definitely about being provided for, because you have to think on this ship. It's like this independent vessel moving along the ocean. And on that ship, there's food, there's resources that's needed to go so that the ship can move through its journey. And so prior to the ship taking off on its journey, all of the necessary ingredients are stocked up so that the passengers can enjoy, you know, they're stocked with food, they're stocked with toiletries and everything that they need to survive. So as far as survival goes, you're doing a beautiful job. We have another reference to 6 and 9. So 6 is about harmony. 9 is us moving towards a sense of abundance and completion. Because 10 is the completion stage, but 9 is us moving towards that. Feeling more abundant, expansive. You can also think of 9th house and Jupiter energy. This is very much an expansive energy. Star. So the star, again, our North Star. You follow your North Star. Your North Star is your good fortune. Your North Star is your good fortune. So this is, again, something you don't have to worry about. You are a divine child who's realizing your fortune is created by your energy, and it's not created by you laboring. Do you see these kids laboring? 6 of Cups is not about labor. Neither is the 9 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. I'm trying to teach people this on my channel. I'm trying to learn how to teach people how to redefine these energies, because people are so caught up in the mix-up around the matrix teaching and information that they don't realize that abundance exists in a plethora around us without us slaving ourselves. If you feel like you're a slave to the system, that's because you have not yet dove deep enough into the earthly experience. Most people don't know how Earth works. They don't know how their body works. They don't know how energy works. You know, people think that we're supposed to try to manifest all this abundance, but the excess will actually create, there's a consequence to us overindulging in excess. So a lot of those people who feel like they need to accumulate this excess of wealth, you don't need that. Because I'm like, unless you're a person who likes to be busy giving away the wealth to other people and sharing that, that's what it's for. It's to share with other people. There's no reason for you to accumulate a ton of stuff, because it's going to damage. Any kind of overindulgence or excess is damaging. So you see here, she has a abundant garden. But do you see her picking? Does she have a huge basket full of tons of grapes? No, she looks like she's just picking one. So enjoy one at a time. That's all you can ingest anyways. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more. We have the Warrior. Yeah, so this journey does require you to be confident and fierce as well. The Warrior energy is not about fighting anybody, right? We have this reference to the ox here. The ox is not an aggressive animal. It's sturdy, it's stable. It's sturdy, it's stable, it's resilient. We have this reference to the cow. Cow is about nourishment. The snake here, we can connect this to our shadow of the moon, Rahu Ketu, north node and south node in our chart. This is our connection to our Shakti life force energy inside of us. You can call it the spinal cord, your Shakti life force. Learning how to master this throughout life, learning how to master your nerves, your energy, and finding the rainbow, the joy, happiness, the nectar in the difficulty. This is Earth School. We are here to go through challenges. We're here to face things, face our fears, and be resilient, because we're here to build the diamond, the crown. We're here to build this insight and knowledge. We're here to learn some things. And it's a powerful experience to learn things, to grow as a person. It's a powerful experience. So you are the warrior, and they want you to know. So this is not about like hiding and escapism as much as, I like escapism. I have 3 planets in the 12th house. I love escapism, but by the end of the day, I can't do it. I have to face my karma. I have to face my reality. And people talk about, they're like, oh, do this meditation to get rid of your karma. That's not a thing. All you can do in meditations is set intentions. You have to live every day facing the consequences of your choices. And the way that divine works is they're very generous. When you decide you want to realign your life for the better, they will provide you with the means to do that. If you want a peaceful life, they will provide you with the means to create it, but you are going to have to put in the work to get there. It's not going to just show up willy-nilly out of nowhere. This is going to show up because of your efforts and your patience and persistence and insistence on willing to face it, to be willing to face the fear. That is what you're here to do. You're not here to go live life without any fear. Then you're not human. You are here to conquer your fears. Most of those people, let's say, who have to overindulge in excess, they're very fearful of things changing in their life. So they try to like make things stay the same. And they're not willing to face the unknown and the mystery. So they're not really growing spiritually, but they're just experiencing things while avoiding the inevitable. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a card here from the Carolyn Miss archetypal card deck. We have here Avenger. Desire to balance scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Yeah, it's very much Aquarian energy, very much the humanitarian. Balance the scales. And we have here shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Yeah, so it says righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So they want you also to self-reflect on your motivation. What helps to direct us in life is what motivates us. Doing the right thing is what they want you to be motivated to embrace. Doing the right thing for yourself or society. That is a huge motivation. Some people, they wake up very depressed and unhappy, and we've all had phases where we've been depressed before. But that's because we're still realigning our motivation. We're still trying to figure out, well, what is at the root? Why am I here? And once you have a taste of that passion, that thing that helps to bring you alive, that is sustainable, and it's not external, it's not a relationship, it's not a job, it's not your children, but you find something inside, that internal burning flame, you will never lose motivation for life ever again. Once you get that flame burning, it burns brighter and brighter and brighter. And that sense of direction is so clear. It's so clear. That's why when it comes to morality, it's important for us to dive deep and to learn about ourselves, because that morality is ultimately directing us in terms of what direction we're being called to go in life. So they really want you to, I think, reflect on this. What is your motivation? If you are at times feeling lost or just uncertain, what gets you up in the day? And it cannot be something external. It cannot be, well, I'm trying to be success at this thing, or I'm trying to obtain that 100,000. It's just not sustainable. Those things are not sustainable, and they're not enough. You need to dig deeper for what really motivates you to get through life experiences. Okay, let's go ahead and close out this reading for you guys. Oh my goodness, it got stuck. Yeah, so look at that. We got Mars. It looks like an arrow. Sense of direction. Also the warrior. We got 4th house. Psychology. Sense of safety and security. We got Pisces. Interesting. Those are kind of opposite energies. Mars in the 4th house. So yeah, I think that's about home, sense of safety, security. And we have here Pisces. That's about our connection to everything divine. That is the ocean. So you are, I'm hearing like anchor yourself in that true divine connection. Anchor yourself in that, because that is sustainable. As far as what actions, so Prashant Trivedi always teaches us. He's one of my favorite teachers. He always talks about how your actions mean everything in this world. When I chose to leave my jobs, that was a huge action step. And at first I thought it was like really reckless. I'm like, I did not plan this out. But I kind of jumped ship. I jumped off of the ship that was taking me in the wrong direction in life. And I jumped onto a tiny little boat. It was a boat at first. And I grew bigger. And slowly started accumulating my resources little by little, as far as just my inner resources. I started accumulating a stronger sense of connection to my intuition, sense of self, what really motivated me in life, and that made my ship a little, my little boat bigger and bigger. Now it's a ship. It's a ship. Because there's no turning this ship. Like, you can't just sway this ship in a different direction. Like, there's so much energy that's gonna have to redirect me, because I'm so strong in my conviction here. So your action steps really matter as far as what you're being called to do, the life you're being called to live. That is your response to divine. Divine doesn't want you to just sit there and meditate. They want you to live the life. That's what you're here to do in this earthly human body. 90% of the experience is mastering this earthly form, in a sense that you learn how to take right actions that move you closer to the truth. And that is what I'm seeing for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's just go ahead and meditate and see what message wants to come through. And we will pull some cards, tarot and oracle cards, and confirm, get some additional messages in alignment with the initial message. We are diving into inner guidance today. So what inner guidance would like to come through for you? Okay. Interesting. I felt like I was getting a diamond and an arrow, and it was pointing down. So I felt like that's about being present, paying attention. So they really want you to pay attention. Oh my goodness. What we give our attention to helps to align our antenna. Our antenna is our attention. Like, what are you giving your attention, your antenna to? Antenna is that thing in us, our inner guidance, that aligns us with the truth. And Source is saying it's right in front of you. Maybe some of you feel like you're reaching externally, as in like to books, resources, teachers, gurus, look into the sky to figure out what you need to do. Maybe even sometimes people rely too much on divination to figure out what to do. And I can admit, like, I've had times in the past where I was pulling out my cards to get some clarity. And I found that the times when I wasn't pulling cards, I was tuning into my intuition. And then I thought that using the cards gave me even more power, gave me more clarity. And now I see it as confirmation for what I already know. So I get the messages all the time. I just started paying more attention to what inner guidance was coming in. So I'm hearing pay attention, rely less on external resources, use these readings as confirmation for what you already know. And I definitely try to emphasize that. I try to teach that on this channel, trust yourself. Trust yourself. By the end of the day, if it resonates, that is the most important thing. And we have to go through our journey. You know, sometimes we have to go through moments where we just don't trust our intuition and it's a bit shaky, and that's fine too. But I was definitely getting a strong arrow reference pointing down saying, pay attention to the present moment. So maybe some of you get caught up in your head about future plans, past mistakes, future plans, past mistakes. And perhaps you're thinking that that is supposed to be guiding you. And they're like, no, it's actually here. The present moment has everything that you need to understand about yourself. You know, you don't have to, I have less interest in trying to understand my childhood and what went on. That stuff is fascinating to me, but I find that I'm actually okay with just kind of going through just going through the motions, but just like living in the moment. And I find that as I've embraced the present moment, I am not concerned with what happened in the past. I don't really care. You know, sometimes the memories show up, but I find that when I don't focus on the memories, it's just not a problem. Isn't that interesting how when we don't focus on those painful memories, suddenly the problem is gone? It's disappeared. Like, what happened? Yeah, you focused less on it. You put your attention on something else. And sometimes we sit there and we're trying to think, oh, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen in a month or two? And I'm hearing that is not, you don't have to ever worry about that. You don't need to worry about what's happening in a year or 2 years or set goals even. That sounds crazy, right? But that's what I've learned. The less goals I set on trying to like obtain something in the future, the more at peace I am, the more, I wouldn't say the more I'm provided for, but the more I can see I am just already, it's good. Like everything's good. The challenge, whatever challenge source wants you or life wants to teach you, is in the present moment. You don't have to go looking for it, searching for it, seeking it through therapy or counseling. Honestly, you just have to wake up and be like, what am I feeling today? And even that therapy thing is like all of that stuff, that self-help stuff can be illusionary because we think, oh, this book can fix me. This counseling session can fix me. This reading session can fix me. And it's absolutely no. It will not, and it cannot. It can inspire you. That's it. It can motivate you. It can pique your interest. It can demotivate you, even. But it does not heal you. The healing happens gradually over the period of time. And the way you know you're healing is you're just more present. You're more here. You're more with it. And there's not even a need to, happiness is not even the goal. I don't feel happy. It's not I don't feel happy. I actually feel fine. And I always tell people, I'm like, I'm fine. I feel okay. I'm not trying to obtain happiness. I flow in and out of my different moods quite naturally. You know, I'll be like bubbly happy here, and then I'll be like, and sometimes it depends on your personality, right? Some people's personalities are just more geared towards a giddiness, a bubbliness, and others are more stoic. You don't have to be anything. You know, some things so perhaps when you're doing something, you're more passionate, you're more excited in life. When I'm doing these readings, the clarity is just strong. It's very strong as far as how I go. Or if someone's asking me for advice and they're trying to figure out, okay, I'm like, well, this is what works. And I sound so clear-headed when I'm giving advice because I'm like, it's just second nature for me to do that. But if you're asking me to do other things like figure out how to navigate children, you know, I'm not usually around kids. So that's uncomfortable for me. So I have my areas of, you know, you could call them weaknesses. I don't really see them as weaknesses. I'm like, well, I'm more inclined to be by myself. So that's where I thrive. If you were to put me, I've taught kids. If you were to put me in a classroom of kids, I actually feel quite awkward. But kids are so endearing. So endearing. Okay. So that's what I was seeing. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for you guys. Stay on track here. I'm like watching the clock. Got an appointment. Okay. All right. Look at that. King of Cups. Woo! Whoa. King of Cups. Okay. How do you feel? Do you feel okay? Are you feeling good today? All right, let's pull another one. Okay, there was almost one that came out. There we go. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, they really want you to pay attention to how you're feeling. Not just emotionally, like just energetically. I think we don't give enough credit to like what that is. It sounds like a King of Wands. Well, we got wands here. But the energy and the movement of your energy and where it's going. And I think they want you to pay more attention. This feels a little bit more like self-care, self-help, yes. But yeah, this feels very personal in terms of you having a clear sense of like, how am I feeling today? And maybe you need some more time, need to take more time to just sit there with your emotions, meditate, and just be like, what am I feeling in my body? You know, where's the tension? Where do I need to release the tension? What is making me tense? Interesting. I think it's always interesting to know what makes us tense, what makes us stress out, because everyone's a little different. But we're getting a King of Cups, so we're getting maturity. We're getting responsibility here. You're responsible for how you feel. And you already know this because we're getting a King of Cups, but maybe there are times where you forget. You forget a little bit, just like, but they want you to pay more attention. This is your assignment. I'm hearing this. They want you to pay more attention to how you feel. They want you to pay more attention to energetically what's going on inside of you. And that do a little bit more investigation so that you can figure out what's triggering you, what's pulling at your energy that isn't working. Because sometimes most of the time we go through our days and we're just not paying attention to all those little things that's draining our energy. And I always find it interesting how people, they're like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And I'm like, how are you? Do you not know what's making you tired? Because I'm like, I kind of know what makes me tired. And I know, you know, where I need to pull away so I can find more harmony and balance with my energy. Okay, let's see what else I'm picking up. I mean, I'm seeing the fish right away. So you are a creative, flowing, divine being here. And you do have I'm just getting a sense of maturity. I'm getting a sense that you do know how to tune and you do know how to journal if you need to set aside and be like, okay, what is it I'm feeling? But there is an opportunity for more growth. There's more growth here because the energy can move more. That's what I'm hearing. It might be a little stagnant. If you feel like energy is a bit stagnant in your life, there could be more movement if you just pay more attention to what's getting it stuck. Yeah. So I wouldn't get, this definitely feels like, you know, if there's a lot of things going on, and don't get too caught up in thinking, oh, I need to like do things or be active. This feels more self-reflective and you thinking, how am I feeling? Because this also feels like preparation for an opportunity to grow when it comes to, it could be counseling, helping people, guiding people. You know, we're all helping each other. But I feel like they want you to focus on this because this is your assignment right now. And something in you is telling you, I have a strong intuition. I have a strong sense of direction. I know what I'm being called to do. But focus more on it. On that. Because this feels like authority, leadership, preparation for you to be you. Okay. We have here solar plexus affirmations. I make my own decisions with confidence and conviction. Ooh, yeah. Awesome. I make my own decisions with confidence and conviction. Yeah. Confidence. So you're working on your confidence right now. That's, you know that. And confidence when it comes to decision making, you know, I was just having a conversation with someone the other night about, they're like, I'm feeling really indecisive. And they are actually a Queen of Cups. They have they might actually be more a King of Cups. I guess they have quite a bit of masculine energy. This is a feminine. But I was like, you decide how you want to feel first. Do you want to feel confident? That is how manifestation works. You know, this is, Eight of Wands is manifestation as well. You decide how you want to feel first. Don't let something decide how you get to feel. You decide, okay, I'm stressed out, but I want to feel confident and I want to feel calm. So what do I need to do to get there? And really, it's not about doing things. It's just more about tuning in to you. Because you're most of the time our mind is just racing. It's focusing on something outside of us that we think we can't control. And it's not about trying to control it. You don't need to control it. You don't need to control it. Let it be. Let things fall into place. Make your decisions with confidence and conviction. That's what's important. It's not about the perfect decision. It's about, I feel aligned with what I'm wanting this. This feels right. Then the rest will figure itself out. Okay. Over here, breathe in prana, heart chakra. Breathe in prana, number 14. Okay. We have mouth here. Looks like they're breathing. We have peacock feathers. It's about confidence here. Yeah, so it's that reoccurring theme. Sometimes I get a bit of that reference or that connection to the King of Cups. Would actually wear peacock colors, I think. King of Cups is very colorful in their choices. Okay. So we have here, breathe in prana. Prana is not the breath. It is the energy of creative life. This card comes as a message to you to go deeper into a relationship and use the breath of life to receive more power and pranic energy. Prana is a life that comes through the element of air, through the breath, and it is given to you because you have earned this life. Because your life and your breath is a gift, you must receive it and enjoy it fully. This takes practice and a desire to be fully aware. Yogis practice having an awareness of every breath. They understand the immense benefits that come with this moment-by-moment awareness. Conscious breathing, called pranayama, gives you prosperity, projection, and personality. It also increases your aura. When you breathe consciously, you are engaging a support system that will carry you and heal you. The conscious breath is called the breath of life, and it is a way for you to connect with your infinity and your divinity. When you breathe continuously, you will know the universe, and the universe will know you. Be friendly and open. Embrace your ability to have a continuous relationship with conscious breathing. Conscious breathing practices assist you to maintain your vital energy by providing a flush of energy and balancing your endocrine system so you may feel more generous and less irritable. Yes. Oh my goodness. I was just telling someone, I was like, I've been waking up kind of cranky, and I'm like, I just need more sleep. I'm messing this up, man. With a qualified yoga practitioner, learn and practice any of the following breathing techniques: the breath of fire, the 1-minute breath, long, deep breathing, suspending the breath, alternate nostril breathing techniques, the Sudarshan chakra kriya. Okay, so you guys need to practice some breathing, focus on your breath. I definitely would like to do that too. I need that in my life as well. Just focusing on breathing. I love the greens we're getting, even here with the solar plexus, even though I think that is it yellow? Orange? Yellow? They got it green here. Yeah, it feels like refreshing energy. It's time to refresh your energy. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more cards. We have here Networker. Okay, so this feels like future energy, kind of what I was talking about. Enhances your unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Shadow attribute conveys information only for personal gain. Spreads fear and falsehood. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, this feels like responsibility. Your responsibility is the energy that you carry throughout, how you influence other people. And if you work on more breathing and being present, you're going to be able to share that beautiful energy and insight with others. Looks like some of you guys have some networking capabilities, or they want you to understand in the future, if you plan on uploading any content or creating things or creating a business or a side hustle or whatever, They want you to know that that energy that you're putting out into the universe is coming directly from the work that you're putting into yourself right now. It's very important that you are focusing on being more present, because then you can connect to that Atena, that truth. So the Atena is also like Aquarius energy. That's what I'm picking up. And that, you know, you're here to be a, what did I used to call it, a something influencer, a divine influencer, or a authentic influencer. You're here to be an authentic influencer. We all are. So you can take any of these terms in social media and whatever's out there, and you can restructure it so that it has a beautiful meaning behind it. An influencer is not bad, but an authentic influencer is what we're aiming for in life. Okay. All right. That came out kind of crazy. So we have here the sustainer. Sustenance. Yes. The King of Cups, what makes him so steady, as in all the masculine kings, is that they are steady. They're consistent and stable. So sustainer is about being stable throughout your day. Stabilizing your energy is what they want you to focus on more, so it's not so wishy-washy kind of here and there, and you're not feeling so moody. We have here agape, and we have here the dead end. So the dead end is when we come to an ending of certain choices or things that just did not work out for us. Was this a group where I was like, yeah, here, paying attention to this present moment. You have a clear, there are some things that have not worked out for you that you've tried. And you're like, the door is closed. The door has closed to whatever has not worked out in your life. You are already moving in a beautiful direction. We got a King of Cups and we have an Eight of Wands. That means that you're already moving in a more mature space and place for you to feel much more content in life. But there's something about what didn't work out that is important for you to acknowledge as well, because they don't want you to fall back into those patterns. You know, those patterns sometimes can creep up on us a little bit here and there. And that's why we have to consistently work to grow. And that's what they're telling you to do, is consistently work to grow in the healthier direction that you're being called to grow in. But you know what does not work for you, what is not sustainable. What is sustainable? You know, and I was talking about what's sustainable, and external things are not sustainable, including our body. Our body has a temporary time limit here on Earth. But the things that are sustainable are the things that we need to be tuning in more into. And the more we tune into, the more we will take care of our body. We will take on certain habits that are helping us rather than hurting us. Okay. I'm going to go read up on agape. I always forget this one. Something to do with like love. All right, so hopefully I have enough space to complete this. I'm a bit tight on space everywhere. I don't know, I thought I deleted everything off of this memory card, but perhaps not. So we got agape. What if instead of putting yourself at the center, so we have devotion and unconditional love. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form and like a healing balm to the modern soul. Its effect lasts a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? When light, we have here service, reverence, honor, joy. When dark, we have here spiritual bypassing and righteousness. Agape can also be felt as an overwhelming love of family, partner, community, recognized by the deep swell of gratitude. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape. To have the mouth, agape. To have the mouth agape is to be awestruck by someone of breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. Okay. So they're definitely encouraging you to enjoy the wonder of the universe and Mother Nature, who gives so generously to us. Enjoy it and soak it up. Let's go ahead and close out your reading. We have here Sun in the 10th house in Gemini. Yeah, so we're getting connection to the antenna. Every time we get air signs, it's antenna. It's about getting the insight that we receive. Sun is about authority, confidence. So this is the focus. 10th house is about the work we put in over a long period of time. That Capricorn energy. It's what are we committed to, our commitment. So they want you to self-reflect on your motivation, your commitment, consciously and unconsciously, what is pulling you towards certain choices in life. This is a time to reflect on this because this is going to help to give you a lot of clarity for what you're being called to do every day. So you're not waking up with bewilderment or confusion in your day, wondering what is going on. There shouldn't be they don't want you to be, I wouldn't say there shouldn't be doubt. It's natural to have doubt, but they're encouraging you to get out of a space of doubt into a space of clarity and confidence for yourself, because they trust you to guide yourself in a sense. The inner guidance you're getting is trust the inner guidance you're receiving to guide you daily, not haphazardly or uncertain energy, but with confidence. Okay. So whatever is like, oh my gosh, this is my passion. This is what motivates me. This is what inspires me. This is the life I've always felt called to live. That is the kind of thing that getting clarity over that is what is helping you to move towards what it is you're being called to move towards. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. Group number 2, like, subscribe to support. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So I'm just going to go ahead and meditate and see what wants to come through for your inner guidance. Then I will pull tarot and some oracle cards to get some more clarification on the inner guidance message that you were being called to pay attention to today. Okay. I was getting a bit of eel-like energy. Wiggle, wiggle. Interesting. Wiggle your way in? They want you to wiggle your way into something? Because I'm seeing like 2 rocks close together and you're trying to like wiggle through it. So that's like a rock in a hard place. That saying about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Huh. So this is a solution. There might be some sort of conflict or problem or challenge. Really, it's a challenge, opportunity for growth for you. There's an opportunity growth showing up where they want you to learn how to wiggle and become more like an eel. So this means you have to be more fluid. Eels are electrical. So electrical is about insight. So that's all the air signs. It's about using your insight to wiggle through. So you're getting little bits and pieces of knowledge here and there, and it's kind of helping you to wiggle through a situation or a circumstance that might feel tough or tight. Here. Really nice. Go with the flow, be fluid. Wiggle through. So wiggling is a little bit more humorous. You know, it makes me think of just kids. Kids wiggle a lot. And if you're trying to like get through something, usually if we're trying to get down an aisle, usually we have to kind of like be flexible. We have to wiggle ourselves through the room in order to get through to the other side. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of break. I have somewhere to go. I will be back to complete this reading shortly. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I don't know if this was the angle. Is that the angle I had before? Hopefully. Okay, so I was seeing an eel and I was seeing it wiggle. So something about wiggling yourself out of a situation. There might be some sort of challenge that's showing up in your life that you're having to wiggle yourself out of. They just want you to know that this can happen with ease. The eel felt small, so this energy feels a bit humbling. It feels like this is not the time to get too caught up in assumptions about what you think or expectations about how you think it's supposed to unfold. This requires you to have a more open, youthful mindset where you can just kind of allow for something to show you the way. But I'm also seeing curiosity, because that wiggling, that means it feels like it's diving in. And it feels as though whatever challenge is showing up in your life, they want you to become more curious about what that is and what's supposed to unfold and how you're supposed to approach it and have fun with it. And the wiggle takes me to the Wiggles, which is kids show. I didn't really watch it, but I did hear about it, and it was kind of on when I was younger. But wiggling to me is about having fun with it. Have fun with the situation. Don't get too serious. Don't get too fixated on what you think it's supposed to look like. Be open. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. Group number 3. Oh. Okay. We got Ace of Pentacles. We have Lovers. So this is about an opportunity. This is about choices. An opportunity to experience something new, different, refreshing. It's a new beginning, a new approach that you're not used to. But the Ace of Pentacles, I love aces because in aces, it feels like success. It feels like you're going to succeed. It feels like you ace the project, or you're going to ace something. So this is a really good sign, omen, reflected back to you from source, saying that it's all going to turn out okay. It's just a new approach. So you have to get used to it here. And Lovers, what else? I mean, I'm being taken to the hands. So we get hands around the pentacles. We have hands here that are embracing. So this to me is about embracing the situation. Embrace it. Embrace the experience. Get excited about it. This is not something to feel dread or trepidation over, but instead they want you to get excited about it. Get excited about something new happening in your life. You know, this is not the old way of going about it. Whatever you went through in the past, this is something entirely different. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards. Oracle cards, and see what else. I'm also getting a reference to these roses here growing in the garden. They feel quite bright, and that's taking me to the Ace of Pentacles as well. So there is something about abundance for sure coming through, an abundant mindset. Yeah, you're on your way. You are on your way to new experiences that can inspire you. Let me relight this this candle here. But it's like lighting a new candle. It's like lighting a new flame. Or, you know, usually there's that reference to flames in relationships. They call, oh, this is your new flame. Something that inspires passion in you. So whatever is happening, it's here to inspire newfound passion, reignite a new passion in you. And sometimes I think people, they're so focused on things that are changing that they're having to let go. They're not realizing the new things that are coming in. It's happening simultaneously. We never just leave and exit things and it's depressing. It actually isn't as depressing as you would think. Like, let's say if someone passes away. Well, that's a rebirth for them. They get to let go of everything in this life, celebrate the life that they lived, and they get to move on into their next incarnation. That's a huge blessing. They've graduated, or they're ready to move on to the next chapter. The sad part is that they're not there anymore, but where they are not there, there's a new space created in your life for something new. So as opposed to, let's say it's a partner that passes away, opposed to a partner being there, well now, I don't know, maybe you have more time for your family, your friends, your pets, your passion, versus that time and that devotion you were putting into that and investing in that person. You get to invest it into something else. So I'm also hearing, be ready, get ready, start investing, continue to invest in this new passion, this new experience that's coming towards you, because that's what they're wanting you to focus on. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some chakra cards for you. Oh, it's a little bit too much, but okay. Each of the groups got 1. You guys got 4. So we have here crown chakra. Stones. Healing crystals can be used to open, balance, and heal the crown chakra. Selenite can be used to open and activate. This, okay, so selenite can be used to open and activate it. This stone also cleanses the auric field and clears blocked energy. All right, so there's something about, there's a clearing of blocked energy coming through. I've gotten this message consistently with each of the groups. If you're interested in checking out another group, you get similar message, different perspective. So there's some blocked energy they're calling for you to clear right now. Clear quartz is good for amplifying the energy in this chakra. It brings a heightened spiritual awareness and expands consciousness. Amethyst is great for meditation and helps you to understand the root cause of imbalance, including revealing destructive behavior. So there is clarity coming through about some destructive, I was going to say deconstructive, maybe some self-destructive behaviors that you were participating in before that you thought were serving you that are no longer serving you, that you're becoming more aware of. And this is what they're wanting you to focus on. You can use clear quartz or selenite to help with this, or just sit in meditation. Sit in the sun if you want to. Yeah. There's an imbalance that's I'm hearing rectified. It's being rectified. It's being cleared out. We have 96. Nice. Solar plexus essential oils. To open the solar plexus, try burning fiery incense and essential oils like saffron, musk, sandalwood, ginger, and cinnamon. Right, so right now there's an opening of your solar plexus that's happening. This is beautiful. There's like new confident energy that's coming into your life. You know, when you get into a new relationship or a new job, there's like a new refreshed confidence of trying something new and getting excited for taking it on and being like, I can do this. So there's confidence that's building inside of you right now. We have healing the solar plexus. So your solar plexus is healing. This is confirmed. Many of our past traumas are stored in the body and can affect our patterns and behaviors. People with a difficult childhood or past trauma often have trouble balancing the third chakra. Therapy, support from loved ones, and other healthy activities can begin the path to healing and balancing this chakra. We have a 4 and 6. We have a 5 and 6. Interesting. 46, 56, 96. And 6 is all about harmony. 4 is about stability. 5 is about change. 9 is about entering into more of you're completing, coming to the end of a cycle. We have 3 and 8. 8 is about prosperity. 3 can be about choices, mind, movement. Okay. Yeah, so this is beautiful. There's some childhood trauma, fears that are healing. You're letting go right now. And this is opening up more confidence in you. So that insecurity you felt as a kid when it came to, or a younger person in this world, or just 3 years ago, some insecurities that you were feeling before are diminishing, and newfound energy, it's finding you. It's a new energy finding you, and you're syncing up with it. We have here heart chakra affirmation, I am worthy of love. So this energy really is at the core, it's love. And it's a love that you're becoming more aware of that you already are. Something's opening up inside of you where you're realizing more of the love that you naturally are. You know, I never tie complicated messages to love. Love to me is nothing. Like it's nothing, it's everything. It's just what we are. It's an existence. It has nothing to do with people showing you love. You know, people do action steps, but this is not a representation of love. You know, or everything could be love, really. To me, it's just love is. And love is what you are. It's not something you have to get or grasp. It's just really something you become more aware of that you are. So beautiful heart expansion energy. We have here child orphan. Yeah. So there is, again, a confirmation around that child trauma. You know, I was getting the wiggles, references to childhood, or this innocent energy. Letting that go, letting that pain go. That is what's happening right now. So child orphan, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering the fear of surviving. So at the root, our fear is a fear of survival, a fear of getting hurt, feeling pain, suffering. Child attributes, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Yeah, so there's always that fear of being alone. That is... I don't know that I have that. I always say this. It's like the millionth time I've said that. I'm like, I don't really have that fear because I always feel like I'm around too many people. I I used to feel loneliness when I was younger. I don't really feel it as much now. Sometimes the loneliness that does show up for me, let me just be very transparent, is more of a feeling different sometimes from other people. And there's a bit of fear as I'm stepping forward into the life I'm creating for myself. There is a bit of fear of like being different and feeling isolated and alienated. So I'm picking up a little bit of that as well. All right, we got the Lovers. There's this close bond, this supportive energy. And I've had to, I'm going to a different source to get that love. I'm not going to or relying on people. It's nice to have affection and banter and dialogue and a connection to people. But that connection to divine to me has healed me of any attachment I have with others to fulfill expectations I have towards them. Okay. So this is about being confident to go it alone as well, to be yourself. So I relate to the child orphan. I do. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more cards. You are the gem. Here. I want you to recognize this in yourself. You are a gem. You are meant to be unique. We all are. It's just about receiving that experience in a positive light, seeing that we are multifaceted beings. That's what's really cool about life experiences is it really teaches you how multifaceted you are. There's like a never-ending journey that's unfolding. And yeah, we are not one note. I could read a person's chart, I could tell you some things about them, but I can also tell you in that chart is the gem. You are a multifaceted being who's uniquely created in this time to exist only once. And that's what they want you to appreciate about life. That's the beauty of the child orphan energy. The orphan is always the one. Harry Potter, Annie, any story about an orphan child, the orphan is always the one. All right. Well, we got some music playing in the background. Hopefully I won't get copyrighted for that. Should I get closer to the mic? It sounds like someone decided to just blast their music. Okay. Let's go ahead and close out your reading. You got one more oracle card to pull here. Ho'oponopono healing. So your inner guidance is telling you that right now you're in a space of healing and things coming together. This energy feels light and bright. It says, I understand myself more and more. That's all I need. Self-clarity. Then everything is all glittery and bright. Some have said, I am just all butterflies and flowers. Good, I say. They're pretty, gentle, kind, cute, lovely, and bring me joy. The meek shall inherit the earth. That's what I'm reading here. Kiss it better, baby. I think this person wrote some like fun quotes from maybe some songs. That's what it sounds like. Let's read over Ho'oponopono. That's like a multi-stepped healing process. And I just want to put out a reminder that healing is not a one-step, two-step, three-step thing. It's a circle. And it happens over a period of time. It's not a process you have to rush. I'm only clarifying what you're experiencing right now. Is you're in a beautiful healing space. It's rejuvenating. This energy feels very rejuvenating. Ho'oponopono, healing and the 100% forgiveness. Today you're being offered the loving healing of the ancient Hawaiian Ho'oponopono forgiveness practice. You can use this practice to heal any situation with the power of self-forgiveness, compassion, and understanding. Remember, you are connected to everything. So by doing this practice, you're offering the healing energy of forgiveness and unified love to all. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry I dissolve any disempowering subconscious thoughts. I now center myself in my heart to calmly contemplate the situation with my inner wisdom, compassion, and understanding. I have the power to move forward without complaining, blaming, or shaming ever again. As I elevate and widen my perspective, I see everything as an opportunity to learn and love more. I'm grateful. Please forgive me. I take a deep breath into my heart and feel my universality. I let go of all negative thinking and ego-based fears. I acknowledge I have the power to choose how to protect and project myself. I bless everything with gratitude and let go of the past. I love you. I love myself with all my heart, and I project my love forward to all. As I open my heart more, I find the courage to face my life, focus on my strengths, and creative destiny. With gratitude, I love who I am, my true self, my infinite potential. Thank you. I thank myself for releasing all disharmonious energy. I wish no one harm, and I understand that holding on to anger and resentment is poisonous. Without any regrets, I thank myself, others, and this situation for teaching me my inner wisdom. My inner wisdom sets me free to love. I am thankful for the power of my heart and my soul's infinite love. Yeah, those are beautiful words. But the last thing I want to add is, again, don't ever put any pressure to heal in a perfect way. It doesn't exist. Allow it. But you are in a beautiful space. Reflect on this. Take appreciation of it. Okay. We're going to close out your reading. We have here Moon in the 8th and the 5th house. So again, we are transforming our inner landscape here. Moon, Leo, confidence, true self, authenticity. We have Scorpio, transformation. So there's a transformation that's happening when it comes to you authentically revealing your true self. Continue on this journey. I want to celebrate and congratulate you for getting here. And I want to encourage you to keep going. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Like, subscribe to support. I will see you guys next time.